Before the world knew flame or fate, before the sanctum raised its gate, a dragon wandered tired and worn through misty skies of silver morn. It searched for peace, a place to lie, beneath the glow of moonlit sky, and in a valley hushed between two gentle hills of twilight green, it bowed its head in softened light and drifted deep to dreams of night. It dreamed of fire burning bright, of honor shining pure and white, of moonlit sacred, calm and true, of secrets old and wonders new. From dragon dreams the whispers grew, a hint of halls the world once knew, where mysteries danced in shadowed air, and magic bloomed in hearts that dared. That was the dawn of what would be, where five fought fate and unity. Their story closed, their watch now done, five voices fading into one. And so I speak across the yore, to those who brave what lies before. O hero born of flame or field, of moonlit craft or truth concealed, step forth, past revealed, come soon your fate unsealed. For now the sanctum stirs to see what new made legends you will be. The dragon breathes the dream once more, a calling through the ancient door. Hero before the past is through, the tale now waits to open you. Take clues I've left and missed and do. Seek what is hidden, chase what's true. For the sanctum keeps its promise still, in silent halls and moonlit chill. It watches all you choose to do, and it's long been waiting here for you. Before the world knew flame or fate, before the sanctum raised its gate, a dragon wandered tired and worn through misty skies of silver morn. It searched for peace, a place to lie, beneath the glow of moonlit sky, and in a valley hushed between two gentle hills of twilight green, it bowed its head in softened light and drifted deep to dreams of night. It dreamed of fire burning bright, of honor shining pure and white, of moonlit sacred, calm and true, of secrets old and wonders new. From dragon dreams the whispers grew, a hint of halls the world once knew, where mysteries danced in shadowed air, and magic bloomed in hearts that dared. That was the dawn of what would be, where five fought fate and unity. Their story closed, their watch now done, five voices fading into one. And so I speak across the yore, to those who brave what lies before. O hero born of flame or field, of moonlit craft or truth concealed, step forth, past revealed, come soon your fate unsealed. For now the sanctum stirs to see what new made legends you will be. The dragon breathes the dream once more, a calling through the ancient door. Hero before the past is through, the tale now waits to open you. Take clues I've left and missed and do. Seek what is hidden, chase what's true. For the sanctum keeps its promise still, in silent halls and moonlit chill. It watches all you choose to do, and it's long been waiting here for you.
Back in the halls of the Grand Magistrate's office, you and Selena Aethercrest pick back up on this conversation where we left off with you guys, he had just announced, "I am Selena Aethercrest," and in significance, we figure out that this means he is actually your mother's brother, and that is where we had
Yeah.
left off on the scene. And he had kind of given you this grand like expose of who he really was, and not just the official position. And at the far end of this cathedral-like office, Selena stands there. The full authority of the Grand Magistrate was once weighing before you, but now you see this somewhat figure like a family friend, and you enter back into the scene.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Um, wow. You know, before I came here, I kept having these visions and someone calling my name and these footsteps, around the grounds and everything. And I'm thinking now that maybe like that was you. I knew that that had some family history here, but as I've come to know, I'm finding out that there is family history, and you're kind of the first one I've met who's not just a story, not just something I've heard of, but now I know you. So like this is pretty cool. Um, so so uh, how like what was my family like? What was my dad like? What was he like?
Just like your mother, many questions, the ambition sprawled out across your face. Ah, you said something was calling to you. You could almost feel it.
Yes.
I I
Um
agreed you, my dear girl. I have been yet but a subtle observer, not calling out but waiting for your time to come, and to which we shall meet. Most believe that magic reveals truth, but I tell you, it only preserves intention. Your father,
huh.
he was not my favorite, but nonetheless, he was a good fit for your mother. With her wild ambitions and clumsiness, she was always getting into predicaments, and he was more than willing to jump headfirst into any predicament for her. They were a wild, spry couple. A little before my time here as Grand Magistrate, of course. I believe they even had some run ins with my pupil back in the day.
Ooh. Well, I guess that's where I get my clumsiness from. It must be from my dad. So I have a question for you. Um I have these visions. I had a vision when I was being sorted into my house. Of my mother and my childhood, but more importantly, of this orange cat. And oh gosh, what's the name? Professor.
Heim.
Uh, Professor Jaime Verdant. About all the different animals we have around here, and he said there's lots and lots of different cats, but he hasn't seen an orange cat specifically. But this is what I keep having dreams of and visions of coming to me. Did my mother, did my father, did they have an orange cat when I was young?
His eyes widen. He, for the first time, his face looks out of control of this situation. Similar to how Father Talius just always has this like radiant smile, Selena just
Mhm.
always looks comfortable, like he's in the utmost position of power, as if nothing could ever harm him. But
Mhm.
in this moment, he kind of flinches. He almost double takes. Well, he was always a sly one, he says, kind of under his breath. You're not really sure you make out what he's talking about. L- let me let me look here. And he starts kind of shuffling through his desk. I thought that I had one that would help you. Gravitate object. And his scepter kind of floats up behind him, glowing even brighter, and it almost trembles ever so slightly. Um, and under this big pile of papers on his desk, one nice, elegantly folded up letter in kind of some rougher looking paper, almost like some green leaf looking paper that's probably not quite well as processed as parchment. Comes flying out from under this stack of papers and literally gravitates and sticks to his scepter. And he turns, oh, that's not what I was looking for, but. And he pulls this letter off and hands it forward. I believe this came through for you. And as
Ooh.
for this cat and visions, and he like kind of starts shuffling through his desk drawers now, looking even harder. I thought I had a potion of memory draught around here somewhere. But this letter, and he turns his attention back to the letter that he still has in his hand and extends it out further to you. I believe this was written for you. Father Talia said I should deliver it to you at the nearest convenience.
Oh, yes. Thank you. I've been waiting for a letter. I wrote one of my friends and I sent an owl with some sun leaf for her. And I was hoping to find out if it ever made it.
Ah, well, owls are rather slow. And I believe I missed a birthday or two, and one of the big desk drawers kind of opens by itself, and two books float up out of it. One is like this nice, clean brown. It's a little bit of a faded brown leather, but it's clean and bright and vibrant. And the other one is the same material, but it definitely looks like it's seen some years on it. It's a lot more worn, kind of gray splotched in spots. Um, and he kind of just grabs both of them out of the air, stacks them on top of each other, and hands the two forward. The letter even more so on top of them, pushing this pile forwards towards you. I believe this will save you some time. This is a
Sweet.
personal spell of mine. It is called Chain Lectern. I have bewitched these two books so that one may correspond with the other, no matter how far they are apart. Merely write your letter in one of these books, and it'll appear in the other as soon as the other opens the cover.
Ooh.
So you could
Okay.
send
This
one
is
of
really
these,
cool.
you could mail one of these books to your pixie friend, and you guys could like
Yeah.
basically write diary entries back and forth to each other.
Sweet. Old school texting.
Yeah, old school texting. Yep. And it's called the Chain Lantern spell, created by Selena Aethercrest. He goes, I believe I missed a few birthdays, and hands this pile forward to you. But as for that cat you were on about, I used to have a fickle cat run around some of my dreams. Though,
Awesome. Okay. So do I have to write this? Is it a spell I need to know, or it's already
uh,
enchanted? I
yeah,
can
it's
just add it to
already
my
enchanted. You
inventory.
definitely have to add to your notes that you
Yeah, it's fine.
have
Yes.
the
Yes.
books that
Okay.
have this enchantment on them.
Got
Uh,
it.
But other than that, that is all the information on the chained lectern. Um,
So I've got two books enchanted by Cleaner and one to friend and write it too. Sweet. Okay. So you've also had dreams or visions of cats. What did you do about it? Did you ever get one? Was it anything like, do you have a cat now? If so, I'd like to pet it.
when your mother passed away, My dreams were filled of remembering her joy, remembering her clumsiness, remembering her smile, and remembering her laugh. But that damn orange cat kept burling around, causing a confusion in all of my dreams, as if it wanted to draw attention to anything besides her. I could never figure out why. So damn them both. I decided to take a potion, helping me forget the memory entirely.
Oh,
Though, you do obviously see our distinctions. Our mother and father were not the same. Your grandfather and my father, different men.
mm.
And I'm sure that had she been in my place, she would have known better. You moon folk are very attached to your memories, especially those of the ones that came before.
Interesting. So my grandfather is not the same as your father.
Correct.
Hmm. All right.
And that's why he appears as an elf, while your mother is more
Ah,
moon-like. But he does have like a very, very pale skin, and he looks very, very similar to her. They definitely have the same mother.
got it. Got it. Got it.
Ah, there it is. And he reaches over, and there's literally nothing to his side. It's blank air, and he reaches inside of it despite there being nothing there. And his hand kind of moves around. You can no longer see the actual end of his hand, only up until his elbow, mid forearm. The rest of his
Mm.
arm has disappeared somewhere into this nothingness, this air. And you hear things rattling around. Tink, 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 you know, like glasses slightly knocking together. Maybe like soft glass scraping as on metal as he moves these potions around, going only by feeling alone, trying to feel onto the bottles, and then he grabs one and pulls it out. And this dark purple viscous liquid inside that has these sparklings of what appears to be like some sort of like starlight moving around in it. Here it is. Remember me, draught. Not remember me not. And he hands it
Ah,
and he pushes it forward. I hope this'll keep us even until the next holidays, and maybe we could even celebrate together as a family.
that would be awesome. So do I just take this potion anytime? Should it be like a certain place? Should I like be alone concentrating? Like take it later today or something? It's supposed to help me remember, I guess, just more memories?
Various potions have various different conditions of the areas around. For this one to take full effect, you need to be in a leisurely environment. So
All
perhaps
right.
the dorms, they're quite unbusy this time of day. Many
Sure.
many are out doing different things and tasks for the week. Maybe you should return back to your dorms now, Ray, Solaris, and try the potion there. A quick nap to refresh you for the new year.
Sweet. And yes, I would love to celebrate the holidays sometime now that I've finally found some family that is still around and I can see.
Then it's settled. Next New Gargoyle tour, we will celebrate together. We will break bread and hang antlers. It'll be a great time.
Yes. Absolutely.
You
Oh,
blink at
thank
him
you, Solana.
at reference to this strange sounding holiday you've never heard of. And with that, you can return back to your dorms. You have both of the books in hand, the letter, and the Remember Me draw, all given to you by Selena Aethercrest, your uncle. When you get back to the dorms, this subtle quiet, this homeliness, this comforting feeling, maybe you can now relate with these big, huge smiles you've seen around a little bit more. You understand the security of this place, the community of this place, the understanding that everybody here is trying to better themselves, or they all have missions and life goals. And you're starting to see how this is like one big interconnected family. But
Sure.
with that feeling setting in, you're now alone in your dorms. You may proceed to do anything in your dorms that you like. You got the letter, you got the books, you got the potion. And we can proceed in any order you like.
Oh, I would like to read my letter first, please.
All right. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Well, it's been just over 3 weeks since you left, Solaris. And I'm feeling much better. A short time after you'd left, I actually started to feel like I had my strength back for a bit, though the feelings of sickness did persist. Luckily, a short time later, this owl arrived, carrying your letters and your sweet thoughts, and this brew, these leaves that helped me make a brew to feel better completely. Though with all this glad news, I regret to inform you that it came just a moment too late. My brother took off looking for the sun petal bloom himself after a few days of not hearing back from you. We heard of a small town that sometimes comes by different exotic trades. One that you've probably passed by on your journey is called Riverwood. He took off there to find an old priest and maybe some trades that hopefully help me feel better. Oh, now I just don't know how to write to him and help him get back home and tell him that everything's okay. Man, I sure hope that you're having fun on your adventure, and I know that he's having fun on his adventure. He always wanted a reason to leave, and if it wasn't you, it would have been him. But I am so thankful to have you guys both caring about me and to have you guys both out on your adventures. I hope you're having a blast, Solaris. Till the next time, Jessica.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Hmm. So Riverwood, how far is it away from us at our school?
About a day's travel by via the boat you came in on.
Okay.
Walking maybe two,
Oh,
3 days if you stopped at night.
so I
Not very
almost,
far.
yeah, not you ain't cool, not very far. So obviously, I kind of want to send a book to her, not to him, but she's trying to communicate to him too. But if I sent a book to her and then was able to write to them, whenever I want to, but I'm not going to use an owl this time. I'll use a different bird. um, but I also need some way to communicate to him to like, it's all good, go home. Hmm. Maybe that'll be something to do for later. Maybe I'll talk to the
Yeah.
gang
You might
and
have
see
to
if they want
talk to
to do
them. Yeah, talk to the
yeah,
gang.
talk to the gang and do a trip, baby. Okay. But I would like um to be able to send one half of my cool book to her so I could talk to them. Is there a way I could do it a little bit faster, some way other than an owl?
Uh, the only way you know about in or out as of right now is Talius.
Right. Okay. Right.
It's
Okay.
not just the fact that he has an owl either. He
But
is
also,
the
it. Yeah.
yeah. But
Hmm.
you okay? I guess that's kind of sorry. I don't mean to contradict myself. I just don't want to leave any uncanon explanation. You would know
Hmm.
that of the ability to get in and out of the ring, everybody would be afforded that luxury. Everyone gets to just be able to leave. So you're not like stuck here. But if you
No.
want to leave before one of these uh like groups get together and everyone leaves and goes out to help different parts like they were talking about at the beginning, you would have to go see probably Talius or Silith.
Good. All
That's
right. I
why
guess
their
I'm looking at
roles
the
are so
later too.
important. They're not just simply
Um,
guardians.
yeah. I'm gonna put a little note next to that. We'll figure it out. I gotta figure out how to get to the guy in the town, and then actually, you know what? Actually, really, if I'm gonna go see him and tell him it's all good, you can go home. Hey, what's up? I might as well, instead of doing a separate thing, I might as well give him a half of the book, or the other book, and then he
And
can
tell
take it
him
back
to
with
go
him.
home. Tell
Yeah,
him.
when he returns.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, be like, hey, take, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's
yeah,
smart. That is actually really, really, really smart.
because he'll get there at the same time as a courier would. So
Yeah,
he
and
okay.
not to
All
metagame
right.
or break the fourth wall too much, but I do believe everybody else is like kind of itching to go back to Riverwood as well.
All
So
right. Cool. Good to know. Good to know.
yeah, I've
Do a
heard a couple.
little visit.
Yeah, I've heard
Little
a couple
visit.
people want to go back. So
See?
that's a good
All
idea
right.
to consult them and kind of two birds with one
Yeah.
stone.
Yeah. Definitely. All right. Well then, after I done this stuff, I'm ready to drink my sparkly purple potion.
All right. Um, so you lay back on the bed, drink it, kind of get into a leisurely, relaxing state. What does this look like? How does Solaris Ray relax? How does she
I
get
gotta fluff
leisured?
up the bed, fluff up the pillows. Get in there, put some good fuzzy socks on. Um, take my little potion and kind of just lean back on my big pillow and kind of just gonna let it let it do its thing, be open to what's gonna happen.
And with sugar plums and orange dancing cats jumping around your consciousness as it remains in
Definitely.
control for these last couple seconds. Your eyes close and you you almost resist it at first. You can feel yourself sleeping or falling into a deep sleep. And you can almost feel how bottomless this sleep feels. Um, and just before you go out, you hear this very soft hum, this magical elevation, and then it's black. Everything is gone, and your dream proceeds. What does Solaris Ray dream of? What is a
Ooh.
happy dream for Solaris Ray?
I guess it would just be me at home, cooking a good meal, couple of squirrels, couple of raccoons, birds all around, hanging out, throwing them little pieces, giving them little pets. The warmth of the fire, the dark of the night,
Very
the glow
Snow
of the
White
moon.
esque. You hear the la la la
Pretty
la la la
much.
la. La, 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 la. That's okay. It's okay. We give into it. We
But
feed
at
it.
night. But
Yeah,
at
we love
night.
it.
Snow White, but at night. Because I like the nights.
Snow
I
White,
like the
but at
moon.
night. Right.
Yes.
Fuck
Yes.
yeah. So it's like you can hear the crickets and the cicadas softly
Oh
off
yeah,
in
a
the
little bit of
distance.
wind, a little bit of trees, little coyotes way
Yeah.
off in the distance, all that.
It's a very soft yet dark setting in this misty
Yeah.
subconscious that you've set up for
Yes.
yourself. But it's very warm and cozy, and you feel right at home, right where you would love to be. You're cooking uh, around this fire, on this fire with your giant witch's brew like cauldron.
The cauldron.
Yeah,
Yes.
stirring it around just like you've always been. You got all kinds of good things in there. It smells so delicious. The aroma, it just catches you even in the sleep. It's definitely an aroma you've smelled before. It smells just like your mom's cooking. And
Awesome.
just off in the distance, where you've imagined these beautiful dark-esque trees hiding just in the edges of your subconscious, the trees just catch your eye right for a moment. You've seen these trees before. That's not what you envisioned. Those trees shouldn't be here. That's not. You don't live by those trees.
Hmm?
You've seen these trees before. They're dark. They're like black. It's like watching the abyss coil and grow. The way the vines wrap around these ancient trees, the way the bark cracks and it looks like crevices and stone. You've seen these very trees before, the way they crackle and snap as they move in the wind, and everything feels so unproportionately right. Do you remember these trees?
No, but yes. I don't remember what they're from or where I've seen them, but there's some sense of I've been here before.
Well, let the dream remind you then. Your cauldron disappears, all of your animals and friends disappear, and the trees move in closer and closer and closer, but stop. There's a ring-like meadow, 15, 20 feet completely around you. These trees don't get any closer, stopping just out of distance. You can hear off in the distance, "Come on, Ray!" Solaris, or Vero calls. "What are you
Yes,
talking about?"
this
Jimbo says as he's like going back and forth with Vero.
Yes, this reminds me of the clearing that we went into where we found our first magical item, the stone, and we all had to pitch in and keep the vines from basically attacking us.
And the trees moving closer. The clearing's now gone. You're standing only solely in this forest. You get this gut feeling of, how long have I been standing here? Hunger deep in your stomach.
Oh,
Do you know where you are now?
yeah. Well, I don't remember what it's called, but we're in that clearing, and I remember that we had a period of time where we didn't realize it had been like days or hours and hours, and we didn't know what happened to our time. So am I revisiting the time when we all got like basically kind of stuck and lost a bunch of time?
That is exactly what you're thinking. As you feel a slight tap on your shoulder, you turn around and you see this ancient, old, decrepit lady. She's a moonfolk. Other than that, she looks completely unfamiliar.
Okay. Am I able to ask her stuff? Can I talk to her?
Yeah, she like taps on your shoulder and you turn around and see her. Yeah, you could do whatever you'd like.
All right, I would like to talk to her. I'd like to say hello. What? I remember this happening. I remember us losing this time. Is it because of what I'm doing now? Why am I here? Why is this significant?
I'm So beautiful. And she just turns to dust.
Ugh.
The trees get closer and closer, closer and closer, closer and closer, to where you're like crammed in between them, like a walled puzzle. As it gets more and more compact and flattened, you can feel how flattened this image is becoming as you start to spin around in these trees that have compacted against you. Now it is nothing but a frame of flat black. You're standing in this just void of flat black. You can feel how flat it is, like the aura of this place is reaching out and touching you as much as you're touching it by walking and thinking and feeling around. And this flat blackness that stretches on just in the distance, the only break from this dark black, what appears to be some sort of small orange portal or circle, very far off in the distance.
I want to run towards it.
All right, and Kate Bush starts playing, and you start running towards it. No, I'm just kidding.
My God.
But you start... and I was setting up the psych out. You start running towards this portal, but it's not a portal at all. You get closer and closer to it, and it's energy, a radiant little circle of energy. You get closer and closer, and the energy, as shapeless as it is, gets more and more distinguishable and more familiar, as you see this orange energy is just the soft glow of the life force coming out of this orange cat, as its life force is radiating out of it in this black nothingness of this planar existence. And this small orange cat is now just meters in front of you. It sees you running, and it turns and bolts off farther and farther into the darkness before these fractures work their way up the horizon line in front of you in a straight line vertically, breaking and doing this zigzag before making the outline of this tree. And this tree breaks much like a mirror shatters, and you can see its outline missing from the oblique blackness of this flat plane, and the cat jumps through where this silhouette of the tree is now broken and missing from. You want to try and keep up with it?
Yep.
All right, and you land, your boots solidly thud against the pale gray stone underneath you. This hallway that you find yourself in looks very, very familiar. It's the halls that you walk down almost every day now at Mistvale, in between the dormitories and the main feast hall.
Sure.
You can hear laughter and other people's boots as they're walking past you, and you can see the cat bobbing and weaving between their legs, taking off further and further and further.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna keep going, see if he stops, see if he turns, see if he's leading me somewhere.
All right. Yeah, and you hear all this laughter, and I mean the halls are crowded. It is packed, and you're like trying to smash in between people and like wiggle, being clumsy, not really caring. You go for it, and you smack into this really, really handsome-esque, sharp jaw-lined, very dark-skinned, dark eyes, Veilborn, who looks very familiar, and he like almost catches you as you like almost smack into him, pushing him back. And you do one of those, almost one of those movie scenes where they like bump into each other and do like a little spin around, except instead of doing a full circle, he just spins you like 30 degrees or 40 degrees, whatever, and then lets you go as you are rushing to follow this cat, I would presume. You're not even caring who this person is, probably.
Not at all.
Just my assumption there. If you would like to try and conversate, you can, but I figured you're more interested in the cat, 'cause it is booking. But next to him, the cat like ducks in and around this other guy, and this guy you definitely know. As you continue forward, you see Heimdall, much younger, a little shorter, no armor, in his robes and everything. A couple people leaning against these railing, the wall railing next to him. And you see also next to him a younger Silith, shorter, years notably younger, simple robes. He definitely doesn't have like the status anywhere near the an archmage yet.
Sure.
And him and Heimdall are kind of talking back and forth. Or him and the guy that you just bumped into are talking back and forth about Heimdall.
Okay.
You know, if Heimdall ever smiles, the wards will fail, Silith says to the guy that you just bumped into. He's not brooding. He's calculating how disappointing we are. Heimdall just watches this exchange, the cat lumbering into Heimdall's shadow.
Now, can these people see me? I mean, obviously, I bumped into the guy, so
Yeah.
I can interact with him, correct?
Yeah. Carefully.
Yeah, because I don't want to call him by his name.
Carefully.
Like, how do you know me? Yeah. Okay, so the cat goes into the Heimdall's shadow and kind of chills. Excuse me, sir. Did you see that cat that just ran by there? Or the one right there, standing behind you? Is that a friend of yours?
He kind of looks around and he looks down at the cat and he's like, "Oh, there he is."
Ooh. Okay, so he knows him. Is that a familiar of yours?
And he looks down at it, kind of like pats it on the head, and stands back up. No, he's a friend of mine. Belongs to a friend of mine, I mean. He like kind of chokes on his throat, coughs a bit.
Suspicious. So he belongs to a friend of yours, and he's also a friend of yours? Interesting.
Yes. And you see all those traits of like when you very first met Heimdall, how like nervous he was. He's like scratching the back of his head with one arm and kind of like off balance a little bit.
Yeah. I'm having some ideas about what this cat's about. So, I guess that's the only questions I have for you. I just saw him running and I wanted to follow him. I just felt, yeah, it's gonna sound weird, but I felt a little bit connected to him. So does he usually just kind of hang out here?
Well, his owner must have went missing. Silith, where is Sneak? And Silith kind of like looks around, his eyes kind of widen as well. He's like, oh, he must be attending his studies. Did you check the Ember Coil library? He's probably in the he's probably in the back section somewhere.
Oh, so this cat has an owner already, I'm guessing. Otherwise, if, he needed somewhere to be fed and warm, I could, do that.
Well, it's best you just leave him with us for now. We'll make sure that he finds his way back to his owner.
Okay, just checking.
And though you have the cat in your grasp, um, you are yet but still in a dream.
Right.
Maybe
Right.
already seeing things that have already happened.
Right.
But this is a lead. And
Mm-hmm.
the
Oh yes, I have an idea already.
as the memory begins to kind of like fade and dim, the walls slowly fading and smudging, losing some detail before the people have no faces or disappear entirely, and only this
Yeah.
kind of like cast is standing behind you. And just as the memory is like about to end,
Okay.
Heimdall, what are you holding my cat for?
Ooh.
And you turn around and you see this very familiar figure. You've never seen him in your life, so you can't explain it, but he just way his cheeks are raised, the elongated of his nose, the flatness of his forehead, it just all feels so familiar. And this moonfolk walks forward in exclamation towards Heimdall quicker and quicker before the scene has completely faded and you are standing alone, but no longer in the hall, but on a road that leads to Riverwood. You can see Riverwood
Ooh.
just off in the distance, and about 40, 50 feet ahead of you, the orange cat walking towards Riverwood. And with that, the dream ends. You wake up in a gasp.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, I think I know what I need to do.
And the liquid that you drank has actually began like regurgitating. It's not like you're puking or spitting it up, but it has like magically begun just like leaving you.
Mm. Yeah.
And it makes actually a trail that goes down to your hand and splots around like someone that was messy with an ink and quill. And there's 3 names written in this viscous liquid right next to your hand.
Okay.
One appears a little too smudged to read. One says Silith, and one says the Lord.
What was the third one?
The Lord.
Okay. Oh, gravity.
Yeah. Um.
This was my acting, and also it's real. Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
with that,
Okay.
you have all that information, and you're now back awake in the conscious realm.
So, really, I gotta convene with the gang. I gotta see if everybody else wants to go to Riverwood, because
Yeah.
I'm getting led by there by the cat. I need to go there to go see my little friend's son, to let him know that he can go home, and then I can also give him the book.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you sit down and begin writing a letter, presumably back to your pixie friend to like tell her your plan.
Sure.
And that is where we'll leave off today, because we're gonna
Okay.
pick up the main cast.
Hey, Jessica. We got to the magic school called Missville. We all got accepted. We had feasts with every food you can imagine. I mean, like cheese, sausages, drinks, eggs, salad, everything. Okay, we get to start learning magic very soon. And have you even met new friends? We adventured down a dark hallway last time behind an ancient door, and we ended up getting washed away. Each of us discovered our fate stones, though, from peers we met here, other friends, other students, except mine was from the Grand Magistrate, Solinar, which, crazy enough, ends up being my uncle. Who could have known? He invited me to a holiday with his family, too. All of us are so excited to see what the next chapter brings. And that's it. Hope you're doing well. Love, Solaris.
And as you finish writing this down in the parchment paper, the room grows quiet, scattered around, now filling out from their day of activities, and grouping back up. You would see Vero and Jimbo and Schnurr and Bramble, and they would continue talking about tomorrow and the choosing cups and all these different traditions that are supposedly going to happen in this one big ceremonial day before it finally concludes at night with these hanging of lanterns that'll drift into the sky. Uh, you're all now in the scene around your dormitories, pretty much right where we left off last time. You guys would still be talking with Bramble. Vero, you'd be over doing your thing. Schnurr and Jimbo, you guys would finally be reunited after the day of craziness following the rapids sweeping you away.
Well, so Bramble, that was a hell of a time.
Oh,
What do you think of it? Are you happy about replanting your relatives?
I don't know that specific one. But yeah, I'm happy that you're into gardening and you've gotten a green thumb despite that pale skin.
Oh my god. Bramble, you kill me, bro. you I give him a little punch in the shoulder, you know?
Oh, you kill me too, other pale skin. What is all that visceral liquid all over you? Oh, it kind of just stained my cloak. Oh, it's all over the floor, and he kind of like
Yeah.
he steps
I
back, and
guess
you
maybe
guys.
I should have took a little shower. Um, uh, so earlier I was talking to my uncle, which is you know, oh god, hold on, Selena. Turns out Selena, our headmaster, is my uncle, and I was asking him questions about these visions, like little bits of memory that I had, and he gave me a remembrance potion, and I drank it, and then it worked, and then it kind of came back up a little bit. Sorry.
Oh, well, he steps back. You guys would now see this visceral liquid that is covered over parts of Solaris and parts of the floor in this smudged writing on the ground. The only names
Ooh.
visible in the writing now are like the brush outline of Silith and the Lord.
Yeah. So it helped me remember, well, not remember, I kind of followed an orange cat all the way into the hall, like where we're at now. But it was years and years ago. And I ran into, um, fucking heck, what's his name? The guy who we followed here, who wears some armor, starts with a
Heimdall.
B.
Vera was like, for a potion of remembrance, you did forget a lot, huh?
Indeed. But no, I followed the cat here, and I ran into like a couple of our friends, but in the younger years, and I was asking them about, whose cat this was, and they like sort of didn't want to answer me. Um, and it faded out, and when it faded out, I saw a very flat foreheaded, pointy nose, smooth white skinned person coming to say that that was his cat. But that's really all I kind of found out. I didn't know who he was. And when I woke up, I had kind of choked up this potion. And just like, you all heard, the only thing I could read in the potion was like two people's names. And it was Blood Bloom and also Blood Bloom and shut up, jeez.
The
Blood
Lord.
Bloom and yes, the Lord. Blood Bloom and the Lord. And there was
However, when they
another
were
one
all
though too that
talking,
was there,
when they
but
were
I couldn't read
talking,
it.
when they were talking in that exchange, they didn't refer to him as the Lord. When they were talking in that scene, it
Yeah, no,
was Silith, Heimdall, and Vorix.
Heimdall. Yes. So I chased the cat to Heimdall in this dream potion. And he said, yes, he has an owner, but it was never said what his name was. And again,
Mhm.
like I said, when I woke up, all I could see in this sort of dirty scrawl writing from the potion was the Lord and Blood Bloom, and a third sort of scratching that I couldn't read.
Mhm.
It was real weird. What y'all think about it?
I feel like I want to stay at whatever potion you drink. I want to stay away from that.
It was a
Can I
remembrance
have three?
potion.
Sounds like a good time.
It wasn't bad, not gonna lie. It was very eye-opening, quite interesting.
Yeah.
Selena's words like echo in your head. Remember me, Draught. Not remember me not, Draught.
Yes.
Though I don't know how the effects will affect the moonfolk.
Well,
Oh, good.
it affected me not badly. I definitely got to see some interesting things. But yes, when I woke up, I kind of regurgitated it. Kind of it went into my system and then like went out when it was done.
This sounds like a hell of a good time.
Wasn't bad.
Jimbo asks for some. Where is your formula?
You gotta go talk to Selena Ethercrest. That man, that's where I got it from.
And then you guys may all have a moment to clean up, attend the showers, wash up, eat, feast, and prepare yourselves for the last and final day ahead before your year begins. And as you guys all kind of get into bed, the stillness, the tension, the ambition all sits in the air. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, everybody.
All right.
Yeah, he tells me not to worry.
Right. This is very suspicious. All right. What are you doing here? What
Come on,
is
give me a low roll.
Constitution saving?
I
What
rolled
would it be under?
a 9. I rolled a 9.
Nice.
I got a 7.
All right.
I
My
got a
stupid
13,
internet is
unfortunately.
loading.
Sorry, Ray.
Very nice.
a
Very
minute.
nice.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Come on. Load, man. What the heck? Here we go. Here we go. Maybe. Gosh darn. Okay. I rolled a 14.
Oh, good shit. All right.
Oh, do you have any Constitution buff?
Um, That's why I'm trying to flip my pages to see right now. What have I got? What have I got?
You still have that
Classification.
handy dandy little page that has
Yes,
like your con
plus 2.
score with the
Plus
modifier
2.
written down?
Well, yes, it's all written down. I wrote it down. I have a Constitution plus 2.
Nice. So that is a 16.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys all go to lay down, the darkness in the room of the lantern slowly dimming as you begin to drift off the new sights of the school, the layered brick and the smooth stone, the newly decorations that are hung around to celebrate the new year, all begins to become very, very far from you, distant. Vera,
Yes.
Schnur, would you guys please both roll a d6?
I have a 3.
I have 6.
Nice. Okay.
Mhm.
Schnur, what do you dream of? As you start to softly fade out, what dreams come to mind?
There's some nice fluffy clouds floating above as we're all just kind of vibing, enjoying a journey that we're on. And there's a faint
The clouds are like a boat ferrying you across the skies of a sea of cheese below. But the clouds, which are fluffy and bright white, soon begin to turn dark as if a storm approaches. You can hear them rumble. The rumble doesn't sound like thunder, though. It sounds like a heartbeat. As the clouds become darker and darker, the white shifts to a light bluish dark gray before becoming black, and that infinite blackness beneath you swallows you whole, and you spin around in this draining funnel, a giant shadow looming just off in the distance of this infinite blackness. As you fall, you can see the silhouette of this hunched creature and these giant blades coming from its back as it comes closer and closer. Vera, what do you dream of?
I dream of the time I spent with my mom. Dream of her teaching me the basics of how magic would work, but I would just play and not pay attention. And then dream of the feeling I felt after talking with Draylin in the library. Just that.
The emotional balance kind of stirs for a moment. The stream went down. The emotional balance turmoils across you, but serenity and bliss quickly swell. This soft field, very familiar to you just outside your hometown. You remember this day, the place that the sun was set in the sky, the ways that the beams and sun rays drifted across the wall behind you, the look on your mom's face specifically. You did it! You did it! Yes, that's how you cast magic. Are you ready to learn a new spell, sweetie? and she begins to walk away from you. Come on, I have so much more to teach you. This way. And she begins to walk away from the village.
I follow her wherever she, or try to follow her.
She is walking further and further and further away. And you can catch up if you'd like. You don't just have to follow her. You want to keep just following, see where she's going, or you want to try and catch up?
Catch up.
All right. Yeah, you can, but it would take more energy than you would think. The distance in between you, as you look down, you realize your legs are really short. And it's as if you're like a kid. And so you're booking it, but it's taking you way more energy than you remember it. And as you catch up with her, she meets the edge of this forest, and you kind of like stop her for a moment. And as she turns, your hand catching onto her hand, she turns to look at you, and suddenly she looks much older, sickly. You remember this state. You remember seeing her like this as suddenly you age and become, 19, 20 or in there. And the forest that was once just on the side is now completely around you. And she smiles but breaks your hold and continues further into this forest. However, make an insight check.
That is a 10, but I have 6 wisdom with my thing, so 16 in total.
Damn. So as you
remember.
well, it's insight. It's like, can you see what's going on around you? And what is happening around you seems to not be happening in this moment. It's like an echo. And as you step to where, your mother just broke your hold and took a step forward, you're kind of like still your hand outwards, stepping forward. Now behind you, you feel like this soft, ethereal pull, like a tug. And behind you, there's a small echo of yourself. And it's like pulling up, tugging at your hand, pulling you back from the edge of the forest. And as you're like trying to distinguish what this ethereal echo is, you can hear your mother calling for you farther into the forest. And then your shadow friend appears. Vero.
What is it?
I didn't know if you could hear me in here. What are you doing? You're wasting time. Collect yourself. Your friends are in danger.
But how are they in danger? They should be fine.
No. The shadow from the church. It's here.
Then
suddenly
get
the memory
started and-
shifts as your conscious starts to collect these thoughts. You can continue speaking, sorry.
I was gonna say, if you could try to help me wake up or get out of whatever this is.
Yeah, and as you're like saying that, the shadow hasn't manifested, but here in this, whatever this is, it doesn't need to, and you can see it. Remember how Silith was using that like disguised shadow, and like we couldn't see him make out his features, but he seemed like a full humanoid that was just like standing there. that is like projecting up diagonally out of your own shadow behind you. And it's undistinguishable details, but the shape and body size and proportions you would feel match and mirror your own. And as the memory starts to fracture and change, you're now standing in the church when he tells you it's the same shadow from the church. You're back to that memory, able to kind of like collect your consciousness even more. You're standing at the window of the church when it opened up, and outside, instead of the city, there's the black forest of the Night Fen.
Oh, damn. So can I try to say like, hey, who's there to the Night Fin? Like try to get a reaction out of it?
And it softly like waves in the wind, the crackling soft sound of it shifting irregularly, echoing out of its basic infiniteness.
Mm-hmm.
We have to find your friends.
Can I ask the shadow to guide me to where they could be, or to like help me try to find a way to wake up from this?
Yeah. Hold on. Ray, are you there? You good?
Oh shoot, I didn't realize I was muted. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Vero, sorry, what were you saying?
Looking at my shadow and turning around like, hey, I'd be like, can try to help me wake up from this, or what can I do to wake from this to help my friends? What do I need to do?
One of them is nearby.
Good with the stick.
She's falling. Come, let us go. The shadow can't leave from you, but it is indicating as if you need to go farther into the forest.
Then I start to like walk faster to then turn into like an actual run, as I feel the urge to wake up and help my friends.
All right, and you sprint off into the forest. Ray, back to you. You actually are unable to fall asleep, so your roll really didn't matter.
Yeah.
Since you took the Remember Me draught, maybe, or for some other reason, you are unable to fall asleep. But and this does prevent any long rest or anything, so you don't get spell slots back or anything like that.
Okay.
And you can see this faint, distantly thin purple mist floating around the entirety of the room. It is dark in here. The lanterns have dimmed very much so, but this distantly thin purple mist is floating around the entirety of the room.
Okay. Okay. Can I maybe do like one of my cantrips? Do like a I guess a spark bolt to like make everything light and like have everyone see. Would that be something?
Yeah, you could.
Not to like fight nothing, but to like brighten the room, like get rid of this mist.
Yeah, go ahead. Deduct your spell slots. You don't got to roll for it. You're just shooting at like the ceiling or something.
Yeah, like the ceiling. Yeah.
Jimbo, go ahead and roll a d20.
Okay.
Jimbo. You don't
Jimbo?
got to. Yeah, you're not blasting at anything, so you're all right. You don't
Okay,
have
yeah.
to target. You just have to deduct the spell slots.
Okay, so I have just one left now. Cantrip slot.
D19.
All right. Jimbo, you awake with a startle as you hear just crackle out into the sky, echoing around this room. Ray like stands up, shoots this magic out, and you jump awake. Yeah, you are unaffected by any sleep magic or spells because you're a moon folk. So
Yeah.
Well,
this thin purple mist, shrieking, hovering across the room. Doesn't dissipate, but definitely like her lightning like rips through it, makes it shrink. It's hovering very thinly and very faintly all around. All the other students seem to be stuck in this sleep state. Even Schnur.
Ooh.
well, Schnur should be right by me. Can I try and wake her up?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Roll a Constitution to save and throw, Schnur.
Well,
She is, for all intents and purposes, like in a coma, basically, unwakeable.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
I guess what I would do is just put her on my shoulder or cuddle her like a football or a baby or something,
Mm-hmm.
and then try and wake up the other homies. Huh?
All right. Vero, go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw. Morph at this point would realize the commotion and be like banging around in its lantern.
Yeah. Would I be at advantage since my shadow came and warned me, or no?
No.
Ah,
Boo.
that is a 12 as well.
Unfortunately, Vero also is in a coma-like state, completely unable to wake.
Well, shit. I guess let's see if Solaris wants to or can wake up.
She
I'm
is
not
awake.
asleep.
She's the one
I
that
can't
shot the
put-
lightning.
I'm Moon.
Yeah, she's
I'm
the one that
awake.
woke you up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so we're good. We gotta
Yeah,
figure
I'm
out what
up.
the hell's going
We
on
just
here.
can't. We can't wake up. We can't wake up Vero, and we can't wake up Schnur. So what can we do to?
And Morph is like
Take him away?
spazzing
Yeah.
out,
Let's find the
trying to
cause
like,
of it, huh?
he's like banging at his container and.
Yeah. Can we do? Can I roll an investigation to see like what is doing this?
Yeah, you absolutely could.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to do that, please. Okay. Let's see. D20. Okay, I rolled a 4. Dear Lord. And that's my investigation is yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and roll one too, Jimbo?
Investigation. Intelligence. Okay, so actually I have a -1. So actually my roll is only a 3. Holy moly.
Oh yes.
That's a dirty 20.
Good. Ooh, good.
Because it's an 18 with his intellect bonus of 2.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
I'll tell you, you could see some odds and ends that look different. Number one, you don't remember there ever being, like, everybody got a fate stone, sure. But there's these, like, weird rocks about a quarter big, with, like, a seashell kind of looking shape imprinted in them, just scattered all around the room. If you investigated their bodies, like, you look like for a puncture wound or something, you would see a very similar mark on their neck, somewhere near the collar and jugular on all of the victims. And you would tell by the detail on Morph's face that he's essentially trying to get out of the encasement that he's in. He's very fixated on something in particular.
Okay. Can we?
Jimbo,
Can he
think
be let?
about this.
Can he be let out?
He
But he won't
can, but you have to
survive.
be careful because he'll dissipate after a
Yeah, 'cause he won't
certain number of
survive after a
rounds.
while. He won't survive for very long.
But he seems
looks like
adamant
he
as
really
like
wants to
he's
go.
as if he's trying to do it himself. That little flame spirit can't actually open it, but it seems like that's what it's trying to do. He can tell this by that
So-
insane investigation.
If we let him out, can we just like?
You might even
grab
be
him
able to
after like
tell
10
that
minutes?
the origins of this fixation, what Morph is focusing. You got a really, really good investigation. Morph is focusing on something maybe under the near the bedpost or under the bed near Vero.
So,
Okay, so we'll leave him in, and we can go look, right?
Mm-hmm.
Damn right. I think you got a good plan.
Yeah.
We're gonna not be chaotic.
All right, roll
We'll
another
try.
investigation check for under that specific area.
Ooh. Okay, I got a 20. But
Which one
no,
of us
6.
was supposed
I
to
lied.
roll
I
it,
lied.
or are we combining the two?
I have a 6, and my investigation is -1, so I have a 5.
There's some
So are we
scratchings
combining
on
the two,
the.
or are we just rolling?
Yeah, go ahead, roll if you want to go for it, Jimbo. You got that good
I
roll.
wasn't
You'd be
sure
able
what
to see the.
intention was.
Jesus, back to back.
Oh no, that's just not right.
Another dirty 20. 18 plus
Oh,
his intelligent
dang.
bonus of
Good.
2.
Because I'm rolling
For real.
blue beans.
Even when I'm out, my homie's got my back.
There's a
Yeah.
magical inscription scratched into the innermost part of the bedpost, like of Vero's bed. So if you're like under the bed looking
Ooh.
out, it's the face that would be the most opposite of the outside bedpost. And there's a magical inscription, almost looks like a crosshairs with targets, and descending brackets, almost like a pyramid. One starts very small, close together at the center, and then out farther, and then out farther, and out farther, and that's what makes the crosshairs look to it, besides the dashes.
Well, I think we should take the good old dagger out of the pocket and carve that shit right the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go ahead.
And,
Have a
we
stab
just
stab.
keep Morph doing Morph things, and that will be Vero's decision because
Just roll.
it seems like Vero really likes Morph, and
Yes.
vice versa.
Just roll your damage
Yeah.
dice. You don't even got to roll an attack because the bedpost can't defend itself.
So what's
Okay,
the
that just
D20?
makes it sound terrible.
I think his knife is a D4.
Jimbo's just attacking things that can't defend themselves. That's fucked up, man.
Jimbo
Okay.
needs to
Yeah.
roll a D4.
Man, I'm
not
rolling.
you.
I'm rolling.
Not you,
Holy-
Ray. Jimbo.
Oh, okay, good. Good.
2 damage. Sure, that's enough to do a decent scratch. You're able to make a nice slash across the sigil. Whatever magical residue was thrumming from it is gone.
Oh, hallelujah.
They still don't awake. How much time would you like to wait? An hour? 2 hours?
Not very long. We don't want to wait that long.
I
Yeah,
do
yeah.
like-
Oh, sorry. 10 minutes? 20 minutes? How long would you
Yeah,
wish
it's
to
fine.
wait to see if the effects come undone by breaking that sigil?
I'd say like 10 minutes, because honestly, like, it should almost be instant. So, like, if nothing happens in 10 minutes, what the heck, you know?
Ooh, what about the effects of the one stone, though? It took Just because it was unraveled didn't do anything.
Hmm.
Can I roll investigation?
Yeah.
See if there's
I
some
just
water
was wondering
around me.
how long
Maybe
you
I
guys
can
were gonna
try and
wait to
jump
see
down
if
and fix
the
it.
effects came undone. 10 minutes is a fine amount of time. But yeah, you can go ahead and roll an investigation. Cloud's like, I got
Oh.
this. Schnur's condition specifically seems to be worsening. That's all you can tell.
Hmm.
It appears as if she's like imitating like falling or something like that. From the best you could tell. It doesn't look
So,
good.
can we like grab her? Would us like doing binding on her, like help her get out of that like
Yeah,
like
I like that.
thing?
Jimbo, you're like swaddling her up, right?
Basically, yeah.
Go ahead and roll a charisma check, and Ray, roll a regular d20 for assist.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be +1.
Goodness gracious.
10. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Schnur, as you're falling, you feel not better, but more secure. You can feel him like spiritually trying to like make sure you're okay. And with that thought, the thought comes to mind that you have wings. You could make yourself okay. You just got to stop falling. Would you like to roll to try?
I do suppose.
All right, roll a Constitution saving throw, and we'll add +10 to it.
Okay.
Mm.
Wow.
23.
13. Wow, yeah.
Yeah, so you are falling. Your wings spread. You feel this sense of security around you, and you're able to stop falling and start flying. But just as you do, ground touches underneath your feet. This blackened forest stretches upwards around you, and you are walking. Yeah, I mean floating, hovering forward. Shadows lumber in between every single tree, with a pair of eyes in between the centermost part of the shadow, as if these giant lumbering mounds are still halfway bent down, their real size inproportionate as they shift in the darkness surrounding these trees. A solemn path laid out before you, but this hunched over creature with the blades in its back from before that was following you as you were falling keeps following you. It is now immensely disproportionate, 300, 400 feet tall, the blades on its back stretching up to the sky, and it is walking on this path behind you, coming after you. What is your base speed? I think it's 7, right?
Whatever the fame may be.
So you're flying basically 35 feet every couple seconds. You're going pretty fast. You're dashing. And you don't got to worry about the terrain because you can float, fly, hover, and run forward. And as you do, one of these lumbering shadows that was to your side lunges out at you. And Vero, you're able to break free from this thicket of woods and onto the path. And you see Schnur like just booking. You're not sure what she's quite running from, though. You can't see any of the things that she's seeing.
So I made it through the through the forest, or am I still in it?
Like you break free from the forest, onto this solemn path. There is still a giant forest around you. You're just not like, arms and shoulder length to each tree. It's a pretty wide, solemn path, about 20 feet wide. Pretty big, giant path. The trees are on each side. But as you break onto this path, it's like a giant elongated clearing.
I keep sprinting towards the path. Like I follow it.
You're on it. You see Schnur. She is basically, you guys just intersected essentially.
Help me, motherfucker!
And you can't see what she's running from. There's nothing there for you.
I call out like Schnur.
Help!
Can I fire a spark bolt behind her, even if I don't see nothing, just to like?
Before you waste your spell slot, okay. as you make your approach, you could definitely tell she's under a lot more fear than you are. She's not used to being isolated. And so whatever this is has identified her weakness pretty early on. But it's a lot harder to do so because you have that damned resistance. So if you want, you can try charisma check and try and snap her out of it. Try and be like, hey, there's nothing there. Or you can shoot, but there is actually like nothing there. None of those lumbering shadows in between the trees. No giant turkey silhouette.
Okay. You said charisma check, right? So
yeah,
I'll do that.
Perfect. Yeah, she was literally like 4. She was literally like 4 points away, anyways. Jimbo, and with the clutch 10, she was so close, anyways. Yeah, so you're able to snap her out of it. Proceed.
Like, what are you yelling about? Ain't nothing there.
Man, I swear to God that this motherfucking big ass thing been on my ass.
What? A wheel of cheese?
Nah, man. I eat the cheese. This shit gonna eat me.
Well, it ain't. Well, if it was there, it ain't there no more.
Well, let's get the fuck out of here then.
We
know where to go.
Well, fuck.
Would you like to take an investigation check?
What if I smack you real hard?
Yeah? Would you like to take a strength check?
You know what? I'll take that smack. Go ahead. To make up from taking a bite off your cheese.
All right. Let's see what we got. I've got a 5.
All right. And Vero, are you trying to dodge, or are you just gonna tank it?
I'll just take it. I
was gonna say, because that absolutely does not hit. I don't think, but if he just stands there, then it does. Go ahead, roll a d4 of damage.
I'm rolling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just want to say, I got a 2.
Sweet. There's a couple things you learn from this. Number 1, our strength modifiers don't work in this dream world. It's like you got like that dream strength. You know, when you like try to go and punch something and you can't quite get it done. It's like you're in a weakened state. However, despite that, you smack the shit out of him. And Solaris and Jimbo, as you're like surrounding them trying to wake him up, you see Vera like suddenly jerk his face to the side and a red tiny little handprint starts swelling up. Vero, you actually take 2 damage for realsies. If you take damage here, you also take damage in the real world. So there's a couple fun things we learn here. And at that time,
healed from the last damage from last session.
I know, and you still haven't got a rest too.
Yeah.
And at that time, you guys would be afforded the luxury of another investigation roll if you would like to take it.
Sure. I'll take the investigation too.
to try and figure out
Destination, your
how to
face
get out of
fucking
here.
hurts, man. Oh, sorry.
11 plus
I got a
11
16.
minus 1. I have a 10.
All right. Yeah, Ray, you get a pretty good visual of Vero like jerking, and you identify the handprint. It definitely is about the size of Schnurr's. And Jimbo, Schnurr being swaddled up in your arms, you might even like feel her kind of like jerk with like a shoulder in her hand, like limply, like, you know, do a swing. And Vero, you, Schnurr, would you like to assist him? Because you're like in the same place, you could look around at the same time.
Yeah.
Just a regular 20.
I'll get that 20.
Hey, that's still 2 more. Yeah, with the 18, you're able to see this forest stretches on pretty far in both directions. Behind you, there is just essentially an infinite path over hill after hill after hill. The forest stretching alongside it, parallel for infinity. But on the corresponding side, the opposite direction that Schnurr was running, basically the way she was running away from, the sky is beginning to essentially fall apart in a perfect circle. And the pieces that are falling from it are beginning to make a staircase as they like shatter, and it almost looks like reflectively thin pieces of mirrored reality that are starting to stack like this giant stretching staircase. I said you wanted to wait for 10 minutes. We'll say it's been probably about 20 minutes then at this point. Not quite as much time has slipped away, but time is ticking. They're not waking. Jimbo, Solaris, you're in the room still. What are you guys wanting to do?
What is there to do? What can we? Maybe can we like ask somebody? Can we like run and find? I'm sorry. Can we like run and find like a professor or something?
That would probably be a pretty good course of action.
Yeah. So I want to run to like the professor hallway and be like, hey, who's here? And see who we can find.
All right. Roll an insight check as you step out of the dorms and into the hallway. You hear boots are quickly pacing that way towards you.
Oh, sweet! My wisdom's +4. See what we get. So we got 18.
Yes,
Yeah.
you see none other than Professor Varian Thornshade, the one who told you about your father, stepping down the hallway in rapid succession towards the dorms. At his side is the brothers, Bron and Joran Ashwheel. One with his notebook in hand, profusely writing down whatever Varian is saying, and the other still carrying a pile of various different things, books, potions, quills, all kinds of things like piled in his arms like an upright walking mule, as he is trailing just slightly behind the other two. And the three are walking down the hallway towards you.
Sweet. So I'm like, hey, all you three, we need some help. There's
Mrs.
some weird
Ray.
stuff going on. Two of our friends are knocked to sleep. You come help us, man.
Mrs. Ray, I should say your friends are asleep. Have you seen what time it is?
No, not like that. It's like the evil.
The evil? What evil?
Maybe.
And yeah, if you step into the room, he'll quickly follow in behind you.
Yes.
Back inside the dorms, he sees this purple mist floating around, and he quickly pulls out his wand, and it hovers, and he starts whispering this almost ancient sounding grotesque dialect. Fame recone, fame recone, and this darkened cone of ethereal void starts swirling out of his wand tip, and you see all this mist begin to get vacuumed into his wand, and you see it staining purple across the skin on the back of his hand. And as he looks around, identifying the situation, you can fill him in on all of the rest of the information. Jimbo, you're here now as well. You see Bron and Joran, both behind Professor Thornshade. He has entered the room and starts doing this incantation, sucking the purple out of the air.
Yeah, Jimbo, you tell him.
Okay.
Tell him what happened. Tell him how it happened.
I mean, basically, these guys were just like, I mean, we all woke up asleep. I would like to get to my dorm, actually, but Solaris, if you could watch over Schnur, because if I'm correct, these people aren't very fond of the Fae.
Mm-mm.
So
Yeah,
if you could watch her while I go grab my it wasn't sunflower, or what was
sun
it
petal
called?
bloom.
Yes,
Ooh,
yes,
yes,
that.
yes,
I
the
would
sun
like to
petal
grab
bloom.
some of that because I stored some, and bring some back and see if that might be of some significance to
Are we
waking
gonna
her up.
feed it to Vero as well?
All right, yes,
No, I don't think that would do any good for Vero. That would probably kill her.
Okay.
yes, if you have some on
Yes,
hand,
yes, I
that
will
would
watch
be
it,
very
most
good.
definitely.
It is a common antidote for most curses. At least give us a little bit of time to understand what is going on. Joran, you accompany
way.
him. Can't have him wandering the halls with whoever cast this lingering about. You two make haste. Mrs. Ray,
Yes.
Bron, you two stay here, secure the room. Nobody, nor professor, nor student, besides those two, may return through these doors. Is that understood?
Mm. Okie dokie.
All right. Bron, if my body is protected until the time I awake, you two may consider your overachieving studies to make up for your mishap on the trial absolved. No further detention.
Ooh.
And he kind of like smiles a little bit. Happy at the notion that his 1 month of detention is going to be over. And he lays down on the bed, or on the ground next to the bed where the sigil is etched at, and reaches his hand out. He mutters some very similar dialect. Donas orada, Dona Sarada, Dona Sarada. And he falls into a nice, peaceful looking sleep. Jimbo, would you like to go and try and get that sun petal bloom?
If I were to, would I be allowed to come back?
Yes.
So yes, I will try to do so. Reluctantly, to leave Schnur alone with somebody who obviously really isn't a big fan of Faye.
I'm keeping an eye.
So we're gonna
I won't
quickly
let
run
him.
over there.
I won't let them do nothing to her.
So we're putting full trust in Solaris here,
I got her.
and
And
I'm gonna run and
and
I'm just gonna
Bron's
grab
there.
that
He's awake
petal
too.
bloom. Well, yeah, he isn't the biggest fan of Faye, huh?
I don't know.
Although they met before in the library, correct?
No. That's Riven. You're thinking of Riven. Black Mold.
Black Bolt. Yes.
Yep.
This is the guy that you put the stone on in the very beginning.
Oh God.
And he got detention. Now he's like,
Yeah. Either way, Solaris, please, just keep a good eye on Schnur.
I will.
I'm gonna go and grab that for my life. I don't think it would really help out Vero very much. I don't think that's really part of his blood. But we're gonna grab one of the petals off there and run on back.
Yeah, but as you're going, would you like to roll, as you guys are walking, and Joran, he's still got his notebook out and he's writing down, Professor said it was a common cure for curses, and he's like writing this down, and you go into your space room alone. You may grab what? Just the sun petal bloom?
Petals off of, yes, the sun petal bloom, right?
All right. Yep. And that is all you wish to grab. You may exit the room.
Right back.
Continue walking with him back. And he's sketching down the image of this thing that you're now holding. You know, I'm not so certain this is a curse, though.
Well, man, don't hurt to find out, does it? Worth a shot, if it can save a good old Schnur.
Better safe than sorry.
But what if it's a hex?
Mm.
And he's like writing down in his notes. He's like, Jimbo, I know you're very fond of your little friend. I have people that I'm very fond of too. Not my brother, but there's Bramble. Anyways, I want to help you, but I think you're gonna need to trust me. What if this is a hex? Yes, we have the sun petal bloom, so if we return now, we could cure it if it were a curse. But if it were a hex, well, I would just need to clarify one hunch, and we could figure it out pretty quickly. You're a fan of
Bramble?
You're a fan of sneaking around, aren't you?
Not really, but if it's convenient.
Bramble told me of your excursions to the greenhouses. Listen, if we could somehow sneak into the kitchen, I have a theory. I need to get my hands on last night's supper.
And how do I know I can trust you?
Because if you're Bramble's friend, then you're my friend. Bramble's like a brother to me. Though I already have a brother and he sucks. Bramble's kick ass.
Damn right he is.
You.
So, would you like to accompany him to the kitchen?
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, you make your way back into the grand hall, and just past it on the right side before you get to the table that has the where all the staff sit, and the two doorways to either side of it. To the very right, there is a kitchen entrance. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Ooh, 19. And my stealth is...
Just Jimbo.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
You're good. You can save that roll for whatever roll you may have next.
It's fine.
Yeah, shoot, right?
Okay, what are we working with here?
You gotta roll stealth. Is that your 8?
No,
Is that stealth? All right. Well, 1 second
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Oh yes. Oh my bad.
You're good.
D8.
No, it's just a regular stealth roll. Is that your stealth right there? I see 8.
He rolled a stealth and got
Yeah.
an 8.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he
just
did.
1 moment. So first will be for Joran, and the second will be for Staff. And so together, you guys are gonna do pretty good. 14. Oh, plus his stealth though. So +3. That is just enough to get 1 more point. Meets it, beats it. So, you guys sneak along the staff side entrance into the kitchen, and there's tons of people, humans and moonfolk, Veilborn and Arkling, Elfling, and all kinds of human staff workers that are in the back lot of this kitchen, kind of scattered around doing various different things, and you guys are able to sneak all the way inside to the opening corner of it, looking in. Most of them are at the back of it, putting away pots and pans, just putting away different things, and there's a big trash can and a large counter near you that has some different stuff that you definitely remember seeing from last night's feast. Different cookies and different things like that. And all you guys have to do is grab one single thing that you guys ate last night. Which one of you wants to go for it? Joran or Jimbo?
Bro, I'm grabbing the steak and I'm grabbing cookies. But I'm gonna grab the cookies first. Because I hope they're peanut butter chocolate chip, and that sounds fucking awesome.
Alright, roll a stealth check. Or sleight of hand. Sorry.
What? We got a 9 over here. Stealth check 9.
Yeah, you kind of slip around the side, and you don't see no steak, but there are definitely some cookies. And you go to grab one, and you got maybe 2 or 3 in your hand as you clash down like a claw machine and quickly try to dart out of there. And you turn around, and this big burly orc with a whole spare tire in his front belly, you smash into this cushion, and he begins laughing very burly and bellowing. Oh, you almost knocked the wind out of me. What are you doing scampering about the kitchen at this time? You should be asleep. Joran steps in. Sorry, sir. We were just hungry for a midnight meal. My friend here, he just couldn't sleep. Look at him. He's absolutely famished. He's gone pale white. And he looks up and down at Jimbo. So that's 21 to a 6 for charisma. And Joran he's able to charm this kitchen guy into letting you on your way with a couple cookies. And you guys scamper on about, not nearly detected, but just barely off the hook. And with a couple cookies in your clutches, would you like to try and eat one?
Yeah.
Yes, give it a taste check for us. If my hunch is correct, I don't think it should affect you. Let me see one too.
Totally safe cookie.
And you hand him one, and you begin to munch and taste. I cast Detect Magic. And his notebook begins to glow, the pages flip open to a recently new blank page, and all the information of the cookie becomes displayed on the page. And he's like reading through it. I knew it, right there. And he turns the page to you. Under the ingredients that are in the composition of this cookie, you see nightshade, which is a plant that is known for weakening people and making them more susceptible to poisons and sleep magics and paralyses and different things like that. It's basically an amplifying ingredient that increases the odds of other things.
I had a feeling it meant that it may help a homie out, but I think we need something that'll blast him back to life, huh?
No, but this confirms my
that maybe.
This confirms my hunch, though, Jimbo. You see, if an ingredient like this was put into the meal, then this was planned. This wasn't a long-range spell. Somebody was here. In the castle.
So y'all don't cook with nightshade regularly, huh?
No, the staff would never just put that in the cookies. It's only uses to make other spells more susceptible.
Uh-huh.
That means somebody on the inside has done this. We need to get back right away. This might not be a curse from an item, or a long-range spell. This might be a hex. This might be the work of a dark wizard, Jimbo. We need to get back quickly. And
I would have to agree. Let's book ass right on back, huh?
You guys just like absolutely haul through the hallways, booking it. Loud steps echoing, bouncing off the walls. And then we go back to inside the dream with Vero and Schnur walking up this hallway. Eventually, this very hallway would lead you back into the feast hall, the giant grand hall, though it is empty. No staff, no noise, the sky above rumbling dark clouds throughout. And you would hear a quiet voice just off in the distance. As you guys step up these stairs, the image and frame of the doors would form and open, allowing you inlet into the grand feast hall. And just up ahead by the staff's table, you hear this voice kind of whispering almost.
Wait, what in the fuck?
Do you know what's going on?
Man, I ain't got no clue. Should we buzz on over there and check it out?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's head out.
And as you get closer and closer, the horizontal view of these walls, the width between you and the walls of this grand hall is already very great, like 50, 60 feet, gigantic hall. But as you walk further and further, that distance increases. The walls become a mile away. It's as if it is like stretching it out so far that your POV becomes almost fish-lensed. We can only really see you guys amidst this infinite stretching hall in all directions, besides directly in front, where you get closer and closer and closer to this figure, and as he turns around, it's Riven Blackmolt, and he's kind of just like arguing with himself.
Motherfucker.
He's like, no, that can't be right. No.
What are you doing here, Teach?
That's not a teacher, is it?
No, it's not a teacher.
I was gonna say that's
But-
the dude that I helped find the stone in the library.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You didn't know because you ignored me, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ruin's library guy.
I still don't remember that happening, but hey.
It appears at first like he's talking to his shadow, but you can tell by the way his eyes are bouncing around that his shadow is just like trying to follow his view. But he's looking somewhere else in the room, up in these in this dark cloud. And he's still he's rambling. He's muttering to himself, no, that's not true. He's like, where are you then?
Can I chuck a branch at him?
Absolutely. I mean, do you have a branch in your inventory?
I have my wood and carving tools.
Or like a plate
Like a
off the table or anything that's around. I don't know if there's any branches just laying about, but
I'll throw away one of the plates.
all right. Yeah, you could definitely get his attention. You roll a strength check. Okay, go ahead, roll damage. He's not even paying attention. I'd say you'd even have strike of opportunity if you needed it, but
D4 or D6?
D4.
That's a 4.
Bam, smoked him. Bam, a solid thud. And he looks over at you and he's like, wait, what are you doing here? As he notices you guys, he's like, it's not safe here. Riven, I am your father. Something calls out from the dark, echoing. He's like, no, he is dead. Silith made sure of it. Whatever you are, you're not welcomed here. And Riven's shadow is like aggressively trying to get into his view and like and distract him or get into view. It's clearly not as manifested or as strong as your shadow, Vero. From comparison, you can just see that he hasn't put as much work into like fully making it able to talk to him or communicate, or if it did need to communicate, it wouldn't need to. If it was manifested more, it wouldn't need to do what it's doing now. Basically, you could just tell.
Okay. Can I investigate to see if it's an actual, like, does it have a body or is it just smoke?
It is just just like a pool, like a oblong pool shape.
Okay.
Definitely not manifested into like shape yet. No.
I scream like, "Hey, daddy issues! Focus up!"
He like looks over at you guys and he's like, "You shouldn't be here."
Well, it doesn't matter. We are here.
That is true. And as you say that, the hall begins to shatter, much like you saw the sky breaking and like you saw the tree breaking. The entire hall begins to shatter and crumble like glass around you. Um,
Uh, is it revealing like openings or something, or is it just doing the same thing as it did in the forest and in the sky, just shattering?
yeah, it's like like it's dissolving.
Oh, uh, can I cry over to him to come join us? Like
Yeah,
walk, like
yeah.
lead
Roll
us?
a charisma or intimidation.
I'll be nice. I'll do charisma. That 20 plus my bonus is 23.
All right, yeah. He runs over. He's like, "Didn't imagine we'd meet again like this. Have you seen Draylin? Asaro? Sith?"
Nah, man. Just seen Schnur and a few other things, but none of those people.
None of the other applicants?
No, sir.
And the entire hall disintegrates. This ethereal mirror-like dimension surrounding everything. The only thing that remains is the ground, the solid carved stone, and these gigantic crumbling arches.
Well, this isn't the academy anymore.
Yeah, let's get you guys over here. Whoa. Wait, that's Schnur. I got this is Solaris. Let's move Solaris. So where'd you like to go?
East.
Like over her.
And I imagine since I can fly, I'm like standing on this rubble shit over here.
Is that about where you want to be? You can move again north, east, southwest, wherever you want to be.
No, that's fine.
All right, and you might need to refresh because you can't see. I'm not seeing Riven on your screen.
I'll refresh. There we go.
Okay. Perfect.
Still no movement.
Still no movement. All right. Well, we will figure that out at some point here, I'm sure. The entirety of the hall falls and disintegrates, leaving you on this desolate island amidst this shattering mirror-like dimension, glowing with arcane thrum. These stone pieces of carved flooring beneath you and the rubble of these arches, all that remain around you. And I know that we joke about it a lot, but an actual giant figure appears in the distance of this ethereal mirror.
If we poke it,
Try. Did that actually work, or did it lag? That's Jimbo, Solaris, Tree Guy, Morph. Okay, so yeah, it didn't go. Hold on. There he goes. All right, so an actual giant lumbering shadow, wearing similar cloaks to the man with the skeleton mask that you've seen in the alley, Vero, appears just at the cornermost part of this island.
It's the same guy that we.
I am your father. You will help me. His voice curls and cracks. He does. This guy doesn't actually have a skeleton mask. He's just wearing the same exact robes, and he's this floating shadow. His face is deformed and covered by this actual shadow. No, he does not have the mask, and he doesn't sound like the same guy from the alley.
Riven, your father looks ugly.
Fine.
It's rough.
Let them all go, and I'll help you. I'll do whatever you want, but you're not tricking anyone. I know my father's dead. And the giant shadow starts reaching its hand down across the platform towards Riven, its finger extending outwards. Come, my son. Come. And his hand gets closer and closer and closer. And Riven is just standing there, paralyzed in fear. The hand gets closer and closer and closer. Would you guys like to roll an investigation check?
Yes. So, investigation. That is a 18.
Was I
You're-
on this roll? Oh, okay.
You could, if you would like. Absolutely. Vero, your time
was
with
just going-
Morph. It's investigation, sorry. You could roll. Go for it, sure. I was just going to describe to him the feeling and stuff that he sees. There's a resemblance between the struck fear on Riven's face and the feeling you get when you stare into Morph's fire for too long. This slight pull, though Morph would never drain your life force willingly, this slight bond between Master and Familiar that naturally just takes a little bit of magic, that just slight bit of life force being transferred and drained, that exact feeling you see casted out across Riven's face as this hand gets closer and closer and closer to him.
Can I yank Riven towards me, like to pull him away from that?
Yeah. Roll a strength check. And then roll a dexterity save.
Okay, strength check is a 13. And then dex save, this might be low. 10.
Very nice, very nice. You are absolutely able to grab a hold of Riven and pull him back away, and he kind of like shocks out of it, almost gasping. This look in his eye, this fear fleeting. He locks eyes with you, and this moment is just the fear transfers to you. And before it can take hold, though, you feel a hand drop onto your shoulder, and you see another hand drop onto Riven's shoulder. And Schnur, with your 4, you basically just see some random ass guy pull up and just like jump out of the shadows that are behind both of them. He just jumps out of them, starts walking forward, puts a hand on each of their shoulders. And oh man. Hold on.
Oh, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Yeah, this dude just like jumps out. Anyways, Varian
Well, no for next
Thornshade appears, grabbing both your shoulders and pulling you back. Leave this to me, boys. And he steps forward, wand already pulling out the side as he begins making a 15-foot bonus dash, and then just stands there wide open. You want someone? Come take me. I'll be your vessel. And the hand keeps continuing forward. Very well, then. I know your deepest fear too, Professor. And it keeps coming closer and closer and closer. And just before the fingertips can step, he's going to, as a Veilborn, and that's where we'll leave it for this episode of Spells and